Rehabilitation and ITC Clearance. A rehabilitation application consists of two components. 1. Rehabilitation order obtained in the High Court. 2. ITC clearance on credit bureaus. Information rehabilitation. This is a separate application from the voluntary surrender of sequestration application. What is rehabilitation? Rehabilitation is a legal process initiated by the High Court of South Africa, whereby the insolvent is declared financially fit and proper again. Once rehabilitated, the sequestration ends and the insolvent can start a new financial life. Rehabilitation is not compulsory after sequestration. An insolvent would like their creditworthiness to be reinstated as quickly as possible. For example, when you want to buy a property or need your name to be in good faith for business purposes again. In terms of the Insolvency Act, Act 24 of 1936, a person is automatically rehabilitated after 10 years have expired from the date of sequestration. When do I qualify for rehabilitation? It is generally accepted that one can only rehabilitate after 4 years have lapsed since your sequestration order was granted. This is just a general time frame, and in some instances, one can rehabilitate much sooner. 3 sections in the Insolvency Act deal with 3 different circumstances under which you can rehabilitate. Each instance has its time frame and can be complicated to explain. The first criterion in all these various circumstances is that the sequestration cost must be paid in full, or if there was a property involved in the sequestration, the rule of thumb is to wait until the trustee finalized the estate before one can apply for rehabilitation. We will then request all the necessary documents from your trustee. Once we have that, the process can start the process. Rehabilitation process. Once we establish that we can proceed with your rehabilitation application, a notice will be published in the Government Gazette. Before the application for rehabilitation is made to the High Court, an affidavit is drafted for the applicant to sign before a commissioner of oath. After the full court application documents are finalized, a report is requested from your trustee and the master of the High Court, which permits a rehabilitation application to be lodged. The report from the master can take from 2 weeks to 1 month to obtain. This is a crucial document for the application. On the court date, an advocate will present the application on your behalf. We will notify you of the outcome and send you a copy of the rehabilitation court order once we receive it, which can take 5 to 15 working days. ITC clearance. This can only be done after the rehabilitation order is granted, and it is the most complex part of the process. Information for ITC clearance. The fact that a High Court granted a rehabilitation order does not mean that the insolvent's blacklisting on ITC is removed automatically. We will send you documentation to complete and return to us as soon as possible. Our office will inform all 4 ITC bureaus in South Africa of the rehabilitation court order granted. ITC bureaus take approximately 21 working days to update their records. The ITC bureau's policies are inconsistent, although they should apply to the new National Credit Act's regulations. We find that they still need to update their records in some instances after receiving the necessary documents. But be assured that we will do all in our power to have our clients' names restored. All communication between us and the ITC bureaus will also be sent to you, so you will have all the necessary proof that it was done and will have all the information on hand in case you need evidence that it was done. Unfortunately, some creditors sometimes sell clients' accounts before sequestration, but only provide the new buyer with some information. Out of ignorance, the new debt buyer can then put your name on the credit bureau again. Of course, we have no control over this action. Therefore, we request that our clients notify us when they notice any entry at the credit bureau so we can address it. Now, you can understand why we said at the beginning of the ITC clearance process that this is the hardest part of the rehabilitation. That's why many firms don't do it at all. They only do the rehabilitation part, but their bill is still more than we like. Warning: unfortunately, some of our colleagues will trick you early in the sequestration process and say that they can help you with rehabilitation. They do not mention that they can apply, but according to the Insolvency Act, it will not be successful. There is hope. We want to encourage you that there is hope after rehabilitation, and we cannot wait to share all our other clients' success stories with you. Stay blessed.